already know that I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't sit here sometimes and present some receipts to you which back up what I tell you when it comes to women in Germany and their love, hospitality, and femininity towards American guys. But before we dive into the video, I do want to tell you before you hop on the plane and come to Germany to make sure that you consult with me. Send me an email to brooksbooking@yahoo.com and I will give you some personalized information where you can go and travel to safely. Before we dive into the video, let me give you a couple of short snippets of what we are about to discuss today. Let's roll the clips, honey.
Okay, so does it matter if it is a black American? Can he be a black German, a black French? It doesn't matter?
I prefer American.
Right. So my first question is, do German women like black men?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they
They
do.
love black men.
Love.
Yeah, British, American.
Train, and then you said something about this girl bought you a drink. Yeah, and the same thing happened to me. Some girl just bought me a beer. You know, we were chatting. She wanted to buy me a beer.
People, you're not coming in there trying to be like an American macho dude. Then, bro, you gonna get some play. You know what I'm saying? Like, German chicks, but Germans are fine, dude. Like, your typical German, like, they are fine. Like, I mean, you guys never seen German chicks before? Like, are you guys just sleeping under a rock? Like,
Are you still with me? Are you still there, or did you already pack your stuff and are heading to the airport? Well, anyways, as I have shown you in those little clips, there are a lot of positive things to experience over here in Germany. But I would like to dive into the video of these three beautiful ladies that I showed you in the beginning and just show you a more extended version of their clip, because I just want you to see how they carry themselves. You let me know in the comment section the vibe that you are getting from these women. In my opinion, not just because one of them is Turkish, like myself, not because of that, but I feel as though that they carry themselves with class. They're not interrupting that man. I see a lot of interview videos from America where women are, saying what their name is, and then they start twerking and they're just loud and then they scream. No, you don't get none of that over here.
Berlin, Deutschland, with?
Caroline.
Diana,
Marina.
And you're all from?
Germany.
Germany.
But what's your ethnicity? Where are you really from?
Turkish.
Turkish.
Yes.
Adınız ne?
Huh?
Adınız ne?
Caroline. Still Caroline.
Nasılsın?
İyiyim sen.
İyi, teşekkür ederim kanka. So what is the hottest language somebody can speak? You don't like German.
Italian, French. Italian and French.
Okay, Italian, French, and for you?
English is also sexy.
Yeah, British, American.
Yeah.
You like British English?
Sometimes.
Like
Better than American?
And charming. It's charming.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
charming.
Like, oh, it's a bit rude to put a knife in my chest, isn't it, on a Chelsea Tuesday, isn't it?
exactly.
You like... So you like British English?
Yeah, I like British.
Where kommst du in Deutschland?
Karlsruhe. It's a city in the south near Frankfurt.
No, in Deutsch, in Deutsch. Ich meine Deutsch nicht gut, aber ich spreche sie Deutsch.
Three girls really didn't say much about Americans. They just said that they love the language. But I do want to point one thing out, though. The first chick who said her name was Caroline, honey, I'm Turkish, you're Turkish, your name is not Caroline. She was lying her behind off. But I do understand it probably has something to do with, some random guy just asking you for your name, and he's obviously going to put the video out on the internet, and she probably just didn't want to give him her real name, which I understand. That was kind of a smart move, because honey, I know your name is not Caroline. Well, did you see how they carry themselves? They look like fairy tale princesses, and this is basically what you would get on a daily basis. You don't have to go to Hollywood. You don't have to go to any type of tourism attraction area. No, this is how women look over here. Not all of them. Of course, you have your busted Pillsbury biscuit cans too. Shout out to you again, CGA. But the majority of them are natural, they're fit, they're feminine and pretty. It's always the first impression that counts. Now imagine you're somewhere in your environment in America, and then you meet a woman like her. The whole energy, the vibe, her appearance, the way she talks, the way she, her accent, her hair, her eyes, everything brand new. Can you just imagine, just giving you an example, how my husband felt when he met me? It was like, wow, where is this chick coming from? Did she fall from the sky? Did she come from out of space? Is she a Martian? Is she real? Yes, honey, I am real. And I'm gonna tell you, you would love it over here. All of you guys would absolutely love it over here. I've seen a clip the other day on Instagram where this guy was talking about that he feels like he's under so much pressure when he wants to take a woman in America out. And I'm thinking to myself, why would you want to have to go to a date and feel like you're under pressure? This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be excited. You should not worry about the fact if the woman is gonna call you back after you are done with the date. You know, after you have spent all of that money, you shouldn't worry about that.
Happened in your dating experience to where you're now like,
It's a lot of pressure on black men. Social media and the culture has put a lot of pressure on us. This could be just based on environment. When I moved to Atlanta, you know, women here are very entitled. And listen, I'm not blaming anybody, so I don't want this to turn into
when you say
that.
entitled though, what does entitled mean?
I'll say financially entitled. I feel extreme pressure. And I get hit on by white women. I get hit on by all kinds of women. But when I get hit on by black women, I immediately feel this entitlement of, I got to pay for something.
Wow.
I got to pay your rent. I got to help you with your car note immediately within 2 weeks. Or I'm just saying what I've experienced. I'm not saying that's every woman. Nowadays, if I take somebody on a date,
$400
immediately, and I don't even drink. So if she drink, that's the couple hundred. If the hookah is 45,
Dessert?
lamb chops is 50, dessert. So by the time VIP
Valet.
park, valet, I was just getting ready to say valet. So we didn't spend $400 for me to see if you like me.
Say that again.
So it's like I'm spending. That's just the first date.
My heart goes out for every man who has to spend money on a woman that he barely knows. But I'm not going to make this about black women, white women, Asian women, whatsoever. No, this is just going to be a woman topic in general. But let's hear what a guy has to say who actually had some dating experience here in Germany.
Video, man. Yeah, I remember it was you on a train, and then you said something about this girl bought you a drink. Yeah, and the same thing happened to me. Some girl just bought me a beer. You know, we were chatting. She wanted to buy me a beer. It's just the little things. To me, it's more than just the physical. It's the open acts of kindness. They're very inviting. They're very open. If there's one word I could use to describe Berlin, it would be open, because they're very open-minded people. So,
hold on, bro. You're telling me she bought you a drink too? She bought you a beer? A German girl?
This was a different girl, but we were in the park. She wanted to buy me a beer. It's a different girl. She went and she bought me a beer, and we chilled. We had fun. I play basketball, so I was in the park playing basketball with the fellas. Then I stopped, sip a beer with her. You know, it was cool, man. It was relaxing. So,
damn.
Cool, man. It was relaxing. So.
Let's take what the guy on the podcast said. Remember his words? He said he feels like there is a lot of pressure on black men because they feel like some women are so entitled to the point where the man feels like he has to pay for everything, including all of the dates. Versus what the guy in the last clip just said. Do you remember his words? He said it was cool, it was relaxing. And I made sure I played it for you twice so it can burn inside of your brain. He said it was cool and relaxing. So who doesn't want to experience that instead of feeling anxious? Not anxious, but you know what I mean. Who wants to go on a date and feel like there's a whole lot of pressure on them? Nobody. So it's not only that these women over here, I always have to put an emphasis on women who are into American guys. So it's not only that they will approach you, no, they will also ask you what you want to drink and make sure that you're having fun. Who doesn't want to experience that? Besides, the dating mentality over here overall is just different. Of course, you have your stuck-up women who feel as though that you should pay for everything, but the majority has this mentality. You and I, we meet. We don't know each other. I don't know your financial situation, plus you don't know mine. And also, I would never, I'm speaking for all women over here, I would never expect you to pay for everything when you barely know me. It's like, I don't deserve it, you know? I have to deserve my spot in your life for you to come out of your pocket willingly to pay for everything. No. Dating over here is very, very simple. You can go on a coffee date. You can have some ice cream. You can just take a simple walk, watch the ducks, people watch, everything. Everything, but not stuck up. So everything is so much more down to earth over here. And again, you guys would absolutely love it. Most of you probably wouldn't even want to leave. Enough said, let's dive into the next clip where I would like to show you an average woman who's actually into American men. But let me stop talking here. Let her do the talking.
Like, do you prefer white guys, Mexicans, Turkish?
I think some Latinos look nice too, but I prefer black, but most of the time, like brown skin, light skin is the most beautiful to me.
Okay, so does it matter if it is a black American? Can he be a black German, a black French? It doesn't matter?
I prefer American.
Is that because Americans are crazy?
I think I'm more crazy. No. No, they just cool. I like the culture. Like black Africans, their culture is different. They cool too, but I like the American ones better.
Okay, so they're just different, but they're here, but they speak German. They just on some different shit.
Yeah.
So is there a lot of Americans here, like in Germany? Is it like a
military people.
Okay.
But I don't fuck with that though.
Okay.
They Americans, but I don't fuck with them because
they ratchet.
No, they some fucking thoughts. That's
American military. I mean, I know.
I would like to pick up where she left off when she said that men from military are known to be thugs. Of course, she's not talking about all of them, but I will tell you why she said that. Because once melanated men over here land in Germany, they figure out the options that they have and then they start going bananas. I'm talking about going wild. Probably dating all over the place, juggling multiple women at the same time, because when you are military here in Germany, you really don't do much. You got the American taxpayer paying for everything. You're just sitting here as a soldier, enjoying the scenery, maybe doing a couple of push-ups, writing letters and whatever to your family members. And then you deal with these women. So let me tell you one thing, don't get caught if you do actually juggle multiple women at the same time, and make sure that your logistical skills are on point, because these women will go crazy on you if they find out that she is not the only one. Or the alternative would be you're just being honest with the person that you are getting to know over here. Just tell her, I'm just looking for a fun time, and they'll know exactly what that means. But then again, if you are meeting a person who's willing just to have a good time with you, she's going to be a certain caliber of a woman, because Germany has its hoes too. Okay, so it's not like you're just going to meet this beautiful feminine woman over here who's just okay with you having a fun time with her, like she probably did with a whole bunch of other men, and then you expecting her to be not ran through, because we have 304s too. Next clip that I would like to show you is the two guys that I showed you right in the beginning who said that women over here are into melanated men, and they also are going to mention the cities that I mentioned in a couple of earlier clips that I posted or videos where you can go to if you want to meet a woman who's just sitting there waiting for American men to step off of the plane.
My first question is, do German women like black men?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they
They
do.
love black men.
They love black guys.
Why is that? What's the reason for that?
You know what?
Must
I
be
think
different.
it's that's what I mean.
Different.
We're different. We've
Like
got the sauce.
style, we got the sauce, we
We've
got
got
the drip.
style. We've got sauce.
See the deal, you know?
Like we're just different, you know.
Yeah.
We have culture.
Yeah.
We know how
Okay.
to move.
What about where in Germany are the best spots to meet women that like black men? Is it like Berlin, Dusseldorf? Is it Hamburg?
Düsseldorf, Berlin, Hamburg. I think all the big cities.
Yeah,
I think all the big cities.
yeah,
All the big
Cologne.
cities. Cologne.
Yeah.
Where else?
That's like the main.
Yeah, they're the main ones.
Dusseldorf.
If you pay attention to the cities, I will repeat it for you in slow-mo. Düsseldorf, Hamburg, Frankfurt, Cologne. These are the main cities. But if you do hop on the plane, make sure you have talks to me, because there are many locations that you may not want to end up in, and there are a lot of locations that you make sure you want to go to. Well, this is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, it is very important for me to give you some proof so you'll know that I'm not just sitting here telling you a whole bunch of fairy tales. Even though the comments in the comment section do speak for themselves, there are a lot of guys who back up and confirm what I be telling you, man. But like this one guy said in the earlier clip, are you guys sleeping under a rock or something? Why haven't you made it here yet? The world is a big place, and if you're not appreciated wherever you are, you make sure you travel.